Near the famed Shalimar Gardens of Lahore, much loved by emperors and commoners alike, sits a small Sufi shrine, the shrine of Madho Lal Hussain. Who was Madho Lal Hussain, you ask? I will tell you, for I know everything about him, everything. And I have been watching over this shrine for 400 years. Yes, 400 years. I remember it like it was yesterday. My master and I would sit by the Ravi. He would be gazing wistfully across the rivers, his eyes thirsting for Madho, and I would be glowering, consumed by my jealousy and my rage at my master's foolishness. But I'm getting ahead of myself. You don't even know who Madho was. I was never a wordsmith like my master was. I was just a singer. But as I said before, I have seen everything. I am Ru, and I shall tell you the story of Madho Lal Hussain. It was an evening like 100 others. Well, it started out that way at least. Shah Hussain was done holding court, as he always did, in the tavern owned by the rascal Hatem, where wine flowed as freely as song and discourse. Shah Hussain, you ask, or Madho Lal Hussain? Patience! All of your questions will be answered. Yes, at Hatem's tavern, smack in the middle of the Bazaar Husn, where love was bought and sold, my master Shah Hussain, the king of the Sufis of Lahore, used to hold court every day. Seekers from near and far would gather at the tavern each evening to behold his blessed face, to behold the one who dared to break every rule the Ulema of Lahore exhorted all men to follow, to hear his exquisite poetry, and to hear me sing. Yes, you heard that right. I was not Ruab. I was called Maqbool the Marasi, and I was flesh and blood like you. And oh, could I sing his bulbul, his nightingale, such love he lavished on me merely by looking at me enraptured as I breathed life into his beautiful words with my melodies. But I digress. For on that accursed day when my master first clapped eyes on that infidel cur, Madho, everything changed. We were sitting on the stoop at the entrance to the tavern, my master, I, and several of my fellow acolytes enjoying the cool breeze that was blowing from the Ravi. Then a commotion at the door to Amba Devi's mansion caught our attention.
What is this disturbance, Ibrahim?
Do not concern yourself, mistress. These are just some uncouth lads.
Oh, what do they want?
They want to be admitted.
Oh, really now? Let me take a look at them. But Ibrahim, these are just boys. Send them home.
Boys? Such impertinence? I am Madho of Shahdara, and I am no boy. I am a man. I was told that this was a house of culture and refinement. I did not come here to be insulted. Is this how you treat your guests? We will leave.
My, oh my. Such anger, such petulance, such pride. MashaAllah. Ibrahim, let this man in, but send these boys home.
MashaAllah. But Ghansham is the one with the money.
Ghansham can go home, my young prince. His money is no good here. Come.
And then that cur Madho strutted into the mansion as if he owned it. As Madho disappeared into Amba's mansion, my master sighed and sat with his back to the top of the wall that descended to the steps. I sat down with him and the other murids joined us. When I asked him if I should sing something for him, he just waved his hand and shook his head.
Driven mad by piercing pain, filled with sorrows my mind. Bread of pain and stew of thorn, cooked on flaming sides of time. Seeking, searching, woods I roam, my love unseen I do not find. Says Hussain, oh when we meet, in rapture lost will be my mind.
दर्द विछोड़ेगा हाल दर्द विछोड़ेगा हाल मायनी में कहनो आका दर्द विछोड़ेगा दर्द विछोड़ेगा हाल मायनी में कहनो आका दुखा दी रोटी सूला दा साग दुखा दी रोटी सूला दा साग
I did as I was bidden. I had always been the most obedient of his disciples, but if I were telling the truth, I wanted to kill that Hindu bastard that my master was weeping for.
Baba,
What is it, son?
another messenger, Baba, from Hatim's tavern. There are 50 people waiting for you there. There's a Qazi who has come all the way from Sirhind just to see you.
Tell them I am not well, son. I will not go to the tavern today. Maqbool, sing that kafi again, Maqbool. My heart is heavy.
What could I do? Seething with anger, I sang again, cursing Madho in my heart. It had only been a few weeks since my master had first seen Madho. What kind of spell had the pup cast on him? What was so special about him? What did my master see in him that inspired the beautiful, heartbreaking words that I was singing? Everyone in Lahore who knew my master was worried. The soirees at Hatim's tavern were a thing of the past. There was no singing, and there was no dancing. Every evening, cursing under my breath, I would be dragged to the tavern to join my master in his vigil, his hungry eyes seeking Madho. I would be happy on the days he did not appear, but my master would sink deeper into melancholy, and that would make me sad. On some evenings, Madho would show up, and my master's actions would mortify me.
MashaAllah! MashaAllah!
You again? What do you want, you old fool? Be gone!
With a beatific smile on his face that would have done our village idiot justice, my master used to stare for hours at Amba Devi's gates, waiting for Madho to appear. We would sit on the stoop, shivering all night, and when the pup appeared in the morning, his dhoti crumbled up, his hair all mussed up, my master would make a fool of himself.
Assalamu alaikum, O blessed prince.
Hey Bhagwan, you again? Away with you, you old fool! You beggars soil the streets of our beautiful city. Here!
I would weep bitter tears, racked by jealousy, burning with shame at his humiliation for degrading himself in this manner.
Baba, why do you do this?
Someday, my son, you will understand.
But I never did. Until... But wait, that is a story for another day. On the evenings that the bastard did not appear, my master would weep, and he would drag me with him to the banks of the Ravi. He had somehow learned that the pup lived in Shahdara, across the river. Beautiful words, steeped in exquisite melancholy, would bubble on his lips, and he would turn to me.
Sing, my son. Sing.
Take me to my lover's home. Can someone please come with me? No matter how hard I plead, all alone I seem to be. The boat is old, the river deep. On the dock, wild beasts I see. Says Hussain, this dervish meek, my master calls, and I must flee.
मैं भी ठोकरा झड़ दे जाना मैं भी ठोकरा झड़ दे जाना नाल में
I would sing and he would weep. Those were my only moments of joy in those accursed days when it seemed, for a moment, my master was paying attention to me again. But he was not weeping because he was moved by the beauty of my singing. He was weeping for Maqbool. It had only been several weeks since Madho had first appeared on Devi's mansion. I hated that mansion and Amba with all my heart, but that too is a story for another day. My master sunk deeper into despondence until one day he summoned me.
Maqbool,
Yes, Baba.
Maqbool,
Yes, Baba. I'm
get
here.
ready, son. We are going to Shahdara.
But why, Baba?
I have to see his blessed face, Maqbool.
But Baba, it is late. The boatman will charge us twice the fare.
He can charge us 10 times the fare, son. Just a glance of his face, and it will be worth it.
So we set out for Shahdara, and sure enough, my fool of a master was exhorted by the boatman. But did he care? No, he was excited, like a young girl on her way to the village fair. We crossed the river, and after asking several passerbys for directions, we finally came upon the home where Madho lived, with his parents. It was dinner time, and we could hear signs of activity coming from inside the house. My master made straight for the door, ready to knock.
Baba, what are you doing?
What a silly question, son. How will I see him if I do not knock at the door?
But Baba, we are Muslims and fakirs to boot. Have you not seen Madho's sacred thread? What if his father insults you? What if his father raises a hand?
My son, when I have ever been bothered by harsh words, or blows for that matter, you know my creed. I bless the mouth that curses me, and I kiss the hand that rain blows on me.
I was not having any of it. I grabbed my master by the arm and pulled him away from the door.
Let us wait here and see what happens.
Who are you? What business do you have with me?
Assalamu alaikum, Pandit ji.
Ram Ram. Namaste. Wait here.
Harami kafir.
What was that?
The boy was uttering blessings, Pandit ji. We were thirsty.
Wait. Go now.
But Panditji, we were here to see Madhu.
Madhu? My son? What business do you have with my son?
Nothing, Panditji.
Then why are you here?
To see his blessed face, Panditji.
I just want to slit his blessed throat.
Madhu? Madhu! Come here at once!
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
You!
Madhu? Who are these fellows? Do you know them, my son?
Just a couple of fakirs, father. I have seen them in Lahore, but I know them not. I think the older one is mad.
Begone! And never darken my door again. Come on, my son.
I had not seen my master this happy for weeks. He smiled as we walked to the river. He smiled as the boatman extorted us again, and he kept smiling like an idiot as we walked to Hatem's tavern.
Today, son, you will sing songs of joy.
And I did. For since the day that Shah Hussain found me in the streets of the Bazaar Husn, my only purpose in life had been to serve him. I sang songs of joy as the tavern cheered.
Get ready, lads. Today there will be a Basant celebration at Amba Devi's mansion, and everyone is invited.
I was thrilled to see my master taking an interest in anything, for many weeks had passed since our accursed visit to the Madho's house, and his depression had worsened. My master was mocked by everyone in Lahore. He would follow Madho around, and sometimes he and his companions would turn to hurl abuses at him, fling their shoes at him. All this my master bore with equanimity. All the other Marids had begun to whisper behind his back, and some were talking of looking to a new masjid. I sank deeper into despair. So yes, I was happy that he wanted to go to the celebration, but I did not want to set foot in that accursed mansion ever again. I had my reasons.
Son, sing this kafi for me, but it has to be in Rag Basant.
Words, exquisite words, drenched in love, steeped in hope.
The road that my beloved takes, a sacrifice to it I'll be. From the heart of here a spark will fly, from his home will Ranjha come to me. Says Hussain, this humble dervish, my Lord will bring my love, you'll see.
MashaAllah, son. MashaAllah.
His praise did not matter a whit to me anymore. My heart was black as we made our way to Amba Devi's mansion in the evening. We streamed into the enormous courtyard of the mansion, which had been beautifully decorated. At the far end, Amba sat on a decorated dais, flanked by a few important guests. She glanced at our band as we walked in, and it was apparent she did not recognize me. I looked bitterly at the elaborated, decorated center of the courtyard as my memories came flooding back. In what seemed to have been another life, I too had strapped on silver dance bells around my ankle and danced there in abandon, feted by both the debauchees and the connoisseurs who frequented the pleasure house.
Sit down, lads. Make sure you eat and drink to your fill. Today we are guests of gracious Amba Devi.
On the opposite side were more tables which lay baskets of powder of red, yellow, green, and blue, with little pieces of gold and silver tinsel mixed in. By them lay vats of colored water and stacks of pitchkatis made of bamboo. I hadn't really been paying attention to my master as I took in the opulence of Amba's preparation. When I happened to turn, my heart sank. I turned to my master.
Baba, can we go now?
Patience, Maqbool. Patience. Have you already forgotten the kafi you sang for me?
No, Baba, I have not.
Today is the day.
The day for what, Baba?
You shall see.
The servants were filling cups of sherbet as quickly as the crowd could quaff them down, and many were starting to laugh hysterically and stagger about. Just then, 2 drummers started tattooing a robust beat, and several in the crowd started to dance.
सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो जिन राही सोशो आया ही जिन राही सोशो आया ही जिन राही सोशो आया ही सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो जिन राही सोशो आया ही कहे हुसैन फकीर निभाना कहे हुसैन फकीर निभाना बोले दोस्त मिलाया ही बोले दोस्त मिलाया ही बोले दोस्त मिलाया ही सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो जिन राही सोशो आया ही जिन राही सोशो आया ही जिन राही सोशो आया ही सदके में बन जाओ सदके में बन जाओ सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो
I was shocked at this easy intimacy. It must be the bomb, I said to myself. Was this the same boy who for weeks and weeks had been mercilessly torturing and demeaning my master? And then I felt like I had fallen into a deep, dark pit. The new coffee, the beautiful, joyous words of hope, the twinkle in my master's eye that morning. He had known. Somehow he had known. I glowered in a jealous rage as Madho and Lal Hussain danced in abandon.
सदके में बन जाओ ना रहा तो
What is my story about? Is it about my foolish master's love for a petulant and arrogant boy? Is it about my bitterness, my jealousy, and my pain? It is. But it is also about so much more. It is about rebellion. It is about malamat, the exquisite act of debasing oneself to control one's nafs, or ego. It is about the tyranny of religion and the emancipating power of love. But I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let me tell you a little bit about my master. My master was born in a family of humble weavers and as a child was sent to study the Quran. But try as he might, he could not get past the 6th surah, which got him a thrashing from his teacher. Banished from the school he attended, he caught the attention of the great master Sheikh Belol. When the sheikh sent him to the river to fetch water for his ablutions, he was blessed by a mysterious aliyah dressed in green robes. It is rumored that this aliyah was Al-Khizr himself, who had revealed himself to the prophet Moses, as well as to the master of masters, Sheikh Ibn al-Arabi. Through the grace of the aliyah, my master became a hafiz as a child, reciting the Quran from memory. Blessed with a sharp intellect, he was accepted at the seminary run by Maulana Sayyidullah, the greatest Islamic scholar of Lahore. It was clear to all, my master was destined to become one of the greatest Islamic scholars of his time. But that was not what Allah had intended for him.
What is going on, Hussain? You seem despondent, and off late your commentaries lack both clarity and intellectual depth. You are one of my finest students. This is unacceptable.
You're right, Master. My mind has not been in my studies.
Then
I have conflict in my heart.
Perhaps you should enter the Chilakhana then. 40 days of solitary reflection will do wonders for your concentration.
Sir, I have to ask you something.
What is it, Hussain?
Sir, I have been visiting the Samakhana of Mevlevi Silsila.
What? Have you lost your mind, Hussain? Have you learned nothing in all your years here?
I assure you, sir, that Sama is no different than Zikr for me, which you have sanctioned. The Mevlevis have embraced me as a brother, and now I regularly participate in their weekly Sama.
You are my best student, Hussain, and yet you are like a child. When will you stop your quest for the next new toy? How many distractions are you going to pursue? You have the intellect to be the Sheikh al-Islam of Lahore someday, my son. But you need to mend your ways and focus on your studies.
But sir, I have it on good authority that Sama is not haram. It is permitted in my silsila. It has calmed my mind, and I have found the warmth of brotherhood in it.
No, it is not haram, but yet it is not halal for you. You have been seduced by pleasure, Hussain, and I weep because I fear it will destroy everything that you have worked so hard to attain.
Sir, you tell me that I am your best student, that I can become the Sheikh al-Islam one day, and then in the same breath you tell that I have been seduced? That is beyond my comprehension. You have been unfair to me, sir. Look at me. I have grey in my beard, and yet you insist on treating me like an errant child.
This is your nafs talking, son. What I say to you, I say for your own benefit. But I see the anger on your face. Take control of your nafs, my son, before it consumes you. Let me share with you what Data Ganj Bakhsh had to say about this. Dancing, he said, takes you away from the path of Allah if the movement does not come involuntarily from Allah. Tell me, did you want to dance, or did Allah make you dance as you were practicing Sama?
But sir, have you not said it yourself many a times that everything comes from Allah?
That, alas, my son, is the last resort of every apostate. The distinction between the ecstasy produced by dancing and the ecstasy produced by the grace of Allah during zikr is subtle. Do you trust me, son?
Of course I do. How could I not?
You will not go to the Mevlevi Samakhana anymore.
My master was crushed. After years of study, he felt stagnant, and dancing with the followers of Maulana Rumi had caused his spirit to blossom again. But his master, with the best of intentions, took Sama away from him. And things were only going to get worse.
What is this life if it's not sport? Are we not here all to play? What is to come is better still for those who follow Allah's way. O foolish one, you take not heed, Had you sense, you would obey. Now sometimes it is easy to get confused and interpret this ayat incorrectly. For the words do not mean that nothing about our existence is serious and that it is merely an amusement. The ayat is actually about the joys of the hereafter, which are true and abiding. And compared to them, our life on earth seems trivial. And that is not all. You see, true reality stays hidden in the world. And those of us who are seduced by the world's attractions can easily be led astray and fall prey to the superficial.
But sir, I do not understand.
What don't you understand, Hussain?
Sir, it is obvious that the world of the hereafter is better. Who can argue with that? But were the joys of this life not created by Allah as well? Why do you condemn them so?
That is not what I'm saying, Hussain.
What is the use of all our knowledge and scholarship if our life is joyless? Aren't children better than us who play without any restraint? While we scholars feed our nafs accumulating knowledge that we think make us better than everyone else?
Restrain yourself, Hussain. You are beginning to sound rebellious, and that is not appropriate for a scholar of your stature.
My stature? What is my stature, sir? What is the purpose of my existence? Am I to spend my life enforcing rule that people who have declared themselves as wise make, and their whole purpose is to make others miserable?
Get out, Hussain! And do not come back here until you have taught yourself some manners. And I will strongly suggest that you spend a few days in self-reflection.
There it was. My master had done something that nobody had ever dared to do before. He had openly challenged Maulana Sayyidullah, the toast of the Ulema of Lahore. Of course, he got no satisfaction from his act of rebellion. He was a humble man, a dutiful student, kind. He could not understand what was happening to him. Despondent, he went back to his room and did not emerge for either meals nor prayers for the rest of the day.
Is someone there? Who is it?
Yes, Hussain. I am here.
MashaAllah. Hazrat Ibn al-Arabi wrote something similar that he had witnessed in Futuhat al-Makkiyah.
Muhyiddin al-Arabi. What a fine young man he was. I remember the day I revealed myself to him for the third time.
Ya Allah! It's you!
It is I. This is the second time I'm revealing myself to you, Hussain.
But sir, I'm not worthy. Why do you choose to honor me?
Honor you? I'm not here to honor you, Hussain. I'm here to call you to account.
Did Maulana send you to chastise me? Pardon my impertinence, sir, but can you please tell who you are?
Who I am is not important, Hussain. Why I am here is what you really need to know. Each one of us have been given a specific purpose by Allah, and I am here to serve mine. I am the initiator of true believers, Hussain. I set them on the path that brings them to ultimate happiness by revealing to them the mysteries that are buried in their own hearts. I have knowledge of Allah that is given only to a few, and it's completely different from the knowledge that resides in the minds of humans. And it is my purpose to impart this knowledge freely to those who are deserving of it. Your confusion is only to be expected, Hussain, for this is not the knowledge that is imparted in madrasas and seminaries. I have shared this knowledge with prophets, and I have shared this knowledge with ordinary men. Most ignored it. Some, like Muhyiddin, understood it, lived it, truly became men of God. What you do with this knowledge, Hussain, is in your hands. Remember, my part is just to give.
You were the master of Hazrat Ibn al-Arabi?
Yes, I was.
And you will enlighten me as you enlightened him?
Only Allah has the power to enlighten Hussain. I started you on your journey when you were a mere stripling, and you have strayed. I'm here to put you back on the path. What will happen from here on is in your hands.
My master thought it was a trick or a joke. His fellow students were aware of his fascination with Ibn al-Arabi, and of course the Maulana was aware of his admiration for his works despite his disapproval. Was all this just an elaborate ruse of what the Maulana considered his deficiencies as a student? Unmindful of the turmoil inside my master, the stranger continued.
The men of Allah, Hussain, can be placed in 4 broad categories. The first category has many in it. These are men who are true to the commitment they have made to Allah, and their spiritual power and effort is visible for everyone to see. The second category is also clearly defined in the Quran. These are men whose remembrance of Allah is not affected by their trade or their scholarship or by anything else. In the third category are the compassionate ones, those who see everything as one and have the ability to find unity in opposites. They are blessed by Allah to dispense great spiritual knowledge, and they live lives of great inner peace.
It seems you're talking about my master Sheikh Bahlol.
Sheikh Bahlol is one of the blessed ones, and he has become one of the compassionates. And Hussain, there are others you know who will get there. Their journeys have also started like yours.
Who are they, master? How will they be revealed to me?
Your beard has strands of grey, Hussain, yet you're as impulsive as a child. Patience, patience.
You were saying there are 4 categories, master?
I did, indeed. The 4th are the people of Malamat, or the men of blame. They appear as ordinary men. Nay, they appear as the lowest of the low, but they are the saints of the saints and most precious to Allah.
What is my fate to be, master?
I do not have the answer to that question, Hussain. You have lived your life in conformance with Allah's laws, and you have progressed in your zikr, but your scholarship, it gets in the way of your spiritual progress. Don't you understand this?
My master hung his head in shame. How many times had he preened after hearing the mashallahs after holding forth on a particularly complex verse from the Quran?
Then help me, master. Help me conquer my nafs.
When one becomes a true malamati, one's nafs dies in front of their eyes. Until then, one must be vigilant.
Am I to be a malamati, master?
I do not have that answer, Hussain. You have a long journey ahead of you. You did not stumble upon Ibn al-Arabi's work by accident. You have started to discern the unity of opposites, but you have much further to go. I cannot help you much more. The path is yours, and the journey is yours.
Sir, before I forget, there has been something that has been bothering me, and I'm unable to seek help from anyone.
What is it, son? Ask. If I have an answer, you shall have it.
Sabah, master, is dancing haram for me? I was severely rebuked by the Maulana. He thinks I am indulging in sensual pleasure. But for me, It's sacred. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yes, I know. This is a trivial question, Hussain. Search your own heart for answers to these questions. We have more important things to do.
What things, Master?
You were initiated 26 years ago, Hussain, and you have strayed from the path. I need to put you back on it.
But what is my fault, Master?
Again, a trivial question, Hussain. Are you or are you not in control of your nafs?
I'm not, Master.
Then we must fix it. Bring me that pitcher and the cup. Now, take off your shirt. Come, Hussain. Drink, Hussain.
Was this what I drank when I first met you, sir?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I do not know how long they sat there. Each time my master emptied the cup, the stranger would fill it with more water, take a sip, and hand it back to him. It was daybreak when the stranger finally stood up.
It is time for me to leave, Hussain.
He then stood up, rolled his carpet, and tucking it under his arm, made for the door.
Will I see you again, sir?
Yes, Hussain. You will see me one more time.
What are you doing, brothers?
Toba, Toba, what a disgrace.
The Haramzada is drunk at this most holy place. Look at his shirt, stained with wine. How dare he?
No. You don't understand, brothers.
What is there to understand, you bastard? You have been rebelling against the Maulana for weeks, and now you bring wine into the seminary?
Oh, no. You don't understand. I swear, I did not drink any wine. Last night, I was visited by the great Aulia, and he gave me water consecrated with his own lips. Yes.
Let's teach the lying bastard a lesson.
Ah!
What a scandal.
Oh!
The Maulana's name will be ruined. We will all be ruined.
No!
He pretends to be a scholar and then does this?
No!
What a hypocrite. How pious he tried to look. He fooled us all.
No!
Yes, look at his beard.
Ah!
This bastard does not deserve a beard. Fetch the barber.
Ah! No! Brothers, what are you doing, brothers? No!
His hair, too.
Shave off his eyebrows too. Let it have nothing that the Sharia confers upon a good Muslim.
The merciless students took all of my master's belongings and, kicking and punching him, dragged him out of the seminary, not stopping until they reached the Bazaar Husn. There they dumped him unconscious at the entrance to Hatem's tavern. the young, innocent Maqboola was taken to the most ornate room.
Shabash, Maqboola, shabash. Today, you have done your mother proud. You have done this Haveli proud. You have done me proud. Has she not, Amba?
Yes, my Jhan, she has.
Thank you, Chacha Jan. Thank you, Amba Masi. May I leave now?
You may. And as a reward for your wonderful debut, you will be taken to a very special room tonight.
But Bhaijan, our mother is not here.
That is of no concern. You are like a mother to Amba. And am I not here?
Maqboola was taken into the most ornate room in Amba Devi's mansion and dressed in clothes more beautiful than she had ever worn before.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
Who are you, sir? What do you want?
You are beautiful. And you dance divinely. But I see Amba has not schooled you in any etiquette, huh?
No. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Maybe she has trained you really well. Have you been asked to play an ingenue? Where do you think you're going? Where do you think you're going? This is fun. I must make sure to leave Amba a little extra. Now, take off that dupatta. Take it off. Let me have a good look at you. Take it off.
What is this commotion?
No idea. How long have I been patronizing this establishment of yours?
Since I was a lad, Nawab Sahib, but what's the matter?
What's the matter? What's the matter? He's asking me, Amba. This used to be a house where etiquette was observed meticulously. How dare you present to me a girl who's not ready, huh? And worse, untrained.
But what did she do, Huzur?
You imbecile. Did you not hear her screams?
Oh, don't worry, Huzur. I will beat some sense into her thick head. Please come back tomorrow.
I don't think so.
What did you do, you little whore? He has been a client for over 2 decades.
He touched me, Chacha. He snatched my dupatta.
You are of age. I've been feeding you your entire life. Do you have no shame? Today was the day when you were supposed to show some appreciation for everything that this Haveli has done for you. Why did you disgrace us like this? Has your mother taught you nothing? Amba, have you taught her nothing?
She's not ready, Bhaijan.
Not ready? It's not for you to decide. She is ready when I say she is ready. Did you not see men salivating when she danced? Did you forget how important the first time is?
She's not ready, Bhaijan.
Stop this nonsense. Why is she not ready? When will she be ready?
She will never be ready.
Have you gone mad? Is this little bitch a princess from Badshah Akbar's household? I say she's ready. I am going to give her a sound thrashing, and tomorrow will be her first night.
But Bhaijan, she's not what you think she is.
What?
Forgive me, Bhaijan. She was born this way. Firoza was terrified. She begged me not to tell you anything.
What did you whores do? You have been making a fool of me for 13 years. I'll be the laughing stock of all Lahore. For all these years, I have been raising a hijra in this Haveli, lavishing care on him, feeding him, paying for his singing lessons, paying for his dance lessons, buying him expensive clothes. And all this time, you and Firoza have been laughing at me behind my back.
No, Bhaijan, no. Firoza had nowhere to send her. And we feared your wrath.
Come here, you little bastard. You will leave this Haveli right this instant, and you will never darken our doors again.
Nawaz dragged Maqbool across the street to the Bazaar Husn, the very street where the furious students had dumped my master unconscious after shaving off his head and beard.
Please, Chacha, Mercy, where will I go?
Go to hell, you freak.
Can I stay until my mother returns? She will send back me to Jhang, perhaps.
That is not my concern. She had 13 years to send you away. But instead, she chose to trick me, laugh at me. There is no place for you in this Haveli and none for your mother either.
Who are you, my child?
Maqboola.
What a pretty little girl. And such fine clothes. Where have you come from, my child? Why are you crying? And what are you doing alone in the streets at this time of the night?
They threw me away, and my mother was not there.
You have nowhere to go? You have no relatives? An uncle or aunt, perhaps? Grandparents? Is there no one who can take you in?
No, only my mother, and I don't know where she is.
It's okay, child. Go to sleep. Things will be better in the morning.
Wake up, Hussain. Wake up.
Allah be praised.
Listen very carefully, Hussain. Your real journey begins today. You had strayed from the path, and your nafs had grown to become a raging beast. But inshallah, you will stay on the path now. And inshallah, one day you will slay the beast.
I do not understand, sir.
This is the last time you will see me, Hussain.
Who are you, sir? And what have you done to me? In just a few hours, I have lost my dignity, my scholarship, my hope, everything. Are you a jinn? Have you been sent to destroy me?
I'm not a jinn, you fool. I bring you precious gifts. Your sama, Hussain, is halal. You'll spend the rest of your life in sama, steeped in song. Your zikr would be endless. This is my first gift to you.
I don't understand.
This is my second gift to you.
What do you mean? How can I possibly take care of a child?
Oh, you fool. This is no mere child. She's your bulbul and she's entrusted to you to be loved and cherished. This nightingale's song is gonna be the music to your sama for as long as you shall live, Hussain.
Nothing is making any sense to me.
And my last gift to you, Hussain, freedom. I free you from your beard. And I free you from your prayers, and I free you from the robes of the pious.
Am I awake? Or is this a long nightmare? Perhaps I will wake up in my room in the seminary. My beard will be intact, and so will be my limbs. I will go back to the lectures in the seminary. I will go back to teaching my classes again.
This is not a dream, you fool. Soon you will leave this place.
Where will I go? They have thrown me out of the seminary.
You're done with the seminary, Hussain. You will know where to go. These are your new robes, Lal Hussain. May they be blessed.
My master and Maqboola were treated with much kindness by Hatem, who found them outside the tavern when he came to open it. He fed them and said to come to the tavern whenever they were hungry. My master was taken in by one of his friends, a wealthy Hindu merchant named Shah Hussain, who got him a small apartment under a mosque. There, he began to live with Maqboola, who he thought of as his beloved daughter. Maqboola would often sing epic poems, and when my master asked, she told him that it was a ballad from Jhang, where her mother hailed. It was the immortal tale of the lovers Hir and Ranja, written by the bard Damodar. Her beautiful singing became such a part of my master's life that every night he would dream of Hir and her lamentations for her beloved. And then one day, he heard Maqboola sing a new song. Tell me of the Keda's not. For them, mother, I feel disdain. Ranja is mine and I am his. The Keda's hopes are all in vain. Here is mad, declares the world. A lowly cowherd is her beau. Says Hussain, Allah's fakir. My master understands my woe.
Maye ni maye bano, khede aadi
they from Damodar's palette too?
No, Baba.
And who is that Hussain? I heard a Hussain in the last paragraph.
These are your words, Baba. I heard you say them while you were sleeping last night.
In a flash, my master understood what the Alia had meant. It all seemed to make sense now. Maqboola was his nightingale, and she was going to sing his own words. And her singing was sama. It was zikr. He felt a rush of tears. Tears of gratitude for the Alia. Tears of tender love for Maqboola. His beloved child. His daughter. His heart swelled with love. Oh, the perils of nafs. Don your shawl with fortitude. Oh, don your shawl with fortitude. Oh, so precious my red shawl. My friends have gathered to behold. Exclaims in wonder every girl, beauty and finesse untold. My shawl, it must have come from far. Snow-clad mountain, hill, and dale. Many a path my shawl has traveled, resting not till it found my veil.
Salu sehaj handaye re tu, salu sehaj handaye, salu sehaj handaye re tu, salu sehaj handaye, salu
child. Soon you will be a young woman, and I will have to look for a groom for you. I'm a poor fakir, but I'll try my best to look for a good groom for you. And Chandra Sen will help. And Hatib has promised to throw a magnificent feast on your wedding.
Overcome by tenderness at the thought of arranging a wedding for the daughter that fate had sent him, my master wept. My foolish master, for it was not tenderness, it was the ugly beasts that his nafs had become. His daughter, his love, his efforts, his rescuing of her and making a new life for her. He had not noticed, but Maqboola was changing. She was growing taller, and her shoulders were becoming broader. And then, some fuzz started to appear on her upper lip. Before he knew it, Maqboola had died. And Maqbool had been born.
Round his neck, my honest master. How can I let him go? Like an addict in a haze, drugged to my bones, I am, my love. When you are not in my thoughts, fruitless is this life, my love. Says Hussain, Allah's fakir, grasped his mantle firm, my love.
My master's new words were drenched in love, and a hush fell over the tavern as he recited them, his hand over his heart. I tried to hide my jealous rage, which poured out in the form of bitter tears as I sang my master's words. We were back home, and I was sitting despondently in the front room with one of my fellow acolytes. We could hear murmurs of a conversation between my master and Madho from the back room.
I'm resigned to Madho's constant presence by Baba's side. But these protestations of love for him are scandalous. What is Baba thinking?
The words are not for Madho and Maqbool. They are for Allah. Your jealousy and rage are misplaced.
If the words are not for Madho, then why does Baba address them to him with the limpid gaze of a young girl in love? It is shameful. But why do we need to go to Behrampur, Master?
It's time, Madho.
Time for what, Master?
Time for your initiation.
I don't understand, Master. What sort of initiation? Have the other murids been initiated? What about Maqbool? Will he be initiated too?
I do not choose, Madho, who is worthy of initiation. That is for Allah to decide. But I have the ability to recognize the Blessed One, and you are one of them.
A wave of indignation swept through me, and rebellious thoughts invaded my head. I wanted to scream out loud, but I calmed myself and strained my ears to keep listening.
But why Behrampur, master? Can you not initiate me right here?
Initiation is a sacred compact between the Murshid and the Murid, Madhu. Here, we have people coming in and leaving all the time. After all, our home is open for everyone. In Behrampur, we will have peace and quiet. We will be alone and undisturbed. What is the matter, Madhu? Is something bothering you? You can tell me. What is it?
I don't know how to say it, master.
I'm your master, Madhu. You can share everything with me. Tell me. I command you to.
They say that I am your catamite, master. Your lover.
I had known this was bound to happen. The extravagant expressions of love, the love poems that he seemed to write for Madho, recited unabashedly in public. My master, however, seemed completely unperturbed.
And who says that, Madhu?
People at the Mehkhana, master. And all my friends. Especially Ali.
And who is Ali?
He's my closest friend, master. He also lives in Shahdara, close to my house. We have been friends since we were children. We used to play together and wrestle at the akhara. But now, he won't anymore. He keeps saying that I am not a real man.
His words are of no consequence, Madhu. Why do you let them bother him? Just ignore him.
I almost felt sorry for Madho when I heard the quaver in his voice.
It is humiliating, master. All my friends used to respect me, look up to me, and now they all laugh at me and make jokes about me.
You're young, Madhu. You have to understand. This is your nafs speaking. Ali's insults are a gift from Allah. Cherish them, as they strike at the heart of your nerves.
I don't understand, master. How can I cherish the insults and humiliation? They make me want to kill myself.
You will understand, Madhu. Allah has great plans for you. And initiation is the first step towards it. You will understand everything.
Please forgive me, master. But I don't want to go to Behrampur.
But why, Madhu? I have decided to initiate you, and you shall be initiated.
But master, when everyone finds out that you took me to Behrampur alone, the whisperings of my being your catamite will become even more intense. My humiliation will be complete, and I won't be able to show my face to anyone. I beg you, master, please let us not go.
Do not worry, Madhu. We will not be alone. Maqbool will come with us.
I leaped away from the door and made it back to my bed just in time as Madho emerged from the other room. He didn't say a single word to me and didn't make eye contact. It was past midnight on the night of Madho's initiation. We were at a small house that Chandra Sen owned in the middle of Berhampur, in the middle of some agricultural land, far from any other dwellings. It was late afternoon by the time he arrived. Madho and I were dispatched to pick fresh vegetables for our evening meal, and while we were out in the fields behind the house, I could tell that he was preoccupied. By the time we had eaten, it was dark, and Madho and I lit a couple of lamps we found in the room.
Why that long face, Madhu? And you too, Maqbool?
It's nothing, Baba. Just tired.
Go to sleep, son. Bring a bed from the outside room. You will sleep in the courtyard. And Madhu, you come with me in my room.
I pretended to sleep, but of course I was wide awake. burning with jealousy, and my cheeks tinged with a blush of shame at the thought of what might be happening inside. The wooden doors were slightly warped, and when they were shut, there was a tiny opening through them which I was trying to peek, crouched low on the ground. I could hear murmurs of a conversation.
Take off your kirka, Madho.
My kirka?
Yes, lad, do as you are told.
I gasped as my master shed his red kirka. I looked in disbelief at Madho's muscled back as my master drew him into an embrace. I was disgusted. What on earth was my master up to? Was all this talk of initiation nonsense? Had he simply taken on this boy as his lover? And was all this just an elaborate ruse to satisfy his lust? I felt betrayed as I wiped stinging tears away from my eyes. I wanted to run away and never come back, but I could not tear myself away from the crack. I watched them until I could watch no more. Weeping and sobbing, I went back to the kitchen and threw myself on my cot. We returned to Lahore and things seemed to go back to normal, but I was constantly in a black rage. So angry that I sometimes sang out of tune, much to the shock of my fellow acolytes, who knew how particular I was about my music. They asked me what was wrong, but I said nothing. Madho had become ever more despondent than he had been before the trip to Berhampur, and a diabolical thought entered my head. So far, there had been a few rumors about what I had seen in Berhampur, and there were a few rumors about the nature of my master's scandalous relationship with Madho. Now, stories that exaggerated of what I had seen in Berhampur started to spread like wildfire. Madho became the laughing stock of Lahore. And then one afternoon, after a long absence, Madho appeared.
I have come to seek your permission, master.
Permission for what, Madho?
You will be angry, master.
Have you ever seen me angry, Madho? What are you seeking permission for?
I want to go to Bihar, master. I want to enroll in Kuwar Man Singh's army.
One of the rising stars in the Emperor Akbar was a young Rajput nobleman named Kunwar Man Singh, who had distinguished himself in battles with the Rajputs and the Afghans. Rebellions had broken out in a faraway province of Bihar, and the emperor decided to send Kunwar Man Singh to quell the rebellion and govern the recalcitrant province. There was great excitement in Lahore because of the upcoming expedition. Even many of Hatem's regulars had planned to enlist in the new army.
Have you taken leave of your senses, lad? What do you know about fighting and expeditions? Besides, you are my murid. We are Sufis. What is this all about joining an army?
Please let me go, master. I beg you.
But why, Madho? You are from a family of Brahmins. Soldiering is not your business. What will your parents say?
I already have their blessings, my master. All I need is yours.
But I have to know, Madho, why do you want to do this?
This is the only way I can show my friends that I am a man. They ridicule me. They mock me. They call me your keep.
Why do you pay attention to their idle gossip, Madho? How many times have I told you? Their abuses are a gift from Allah. It will kill your nerves. Don't you understand this?
I cannot, master. Every day I want to kill myself. I was the one that all my friends looked up to. I was their leader. They followed me around. And now I am nothing. I have to show them. I have to show them.
Listen to me, Madho. You are inexperienced. You are untrained. Why will they take you in the army anyways?
My uncle is well connected in the Brahmin community and knows Kuwar Man Singh's family priest. He has put in a good word for me and I have been retained as the Kuwar's secretary and scribe. All I need is your blessing, master.
In 4 weeks, he was gone. My triumph was complete. Or was it?
सजन दे गगन बांसाडी
Maqbool?
Yes,
Maqbool,
Yes, Baba. I am here.
a letter has arrived, Maqbool. Can you read this for me?
My heart sank. Was it from Madho? Was he coming back? I could almost hear Madho's voice in the letter.
Salutations to my master from his humble murid. First and foremost, I would like to begin by asking for your pardon. 3 years have passed since I left your home in Lahore.
It was a long letter. Madho wrote about his adventures in the army of Raja Man Singh. He had attracted the general's attention and had been appointed tutor and guardian to Kunwar Jagat Singh, Raja Man Singh's son. He had distinguished himself in many battles and had steadily risen in the Raja's favor, until there was a sudden fall from grace.
For the first time in my life, my master, I felt that I had accomplished something. I should have heeded your words about my nafs, but I didn't, and I felt proud and arrogant.
Madho and his contingent were surprised by the enemy one morning when their encampment was attacked at dawn. He was wounded and his young charge went missing. The Raja, furious, dismissed him. My heart sank. Madho's military career was over. Was he coming back? Was I destined to lose my hard-won peace of mind again? And then I read Madho's final words.
My body has healed now, but my heart is still broken. We are now at Varanasi and we might stay here for a few months. After that, we might go to Prayag. Please forgive me for my numerous faults.
I was jubilant until I turned to my master.
Nights are long without my love. Without my love, the nights are long. With us my flesh and skin and bone. Weak and broken I have grown. Oh, wandering monk, I am in your thrall. She is quite mad, declared by all. Hussain Fakir, to his master latched, to his mantle bound attached.
राती होइयां वड्डियां सजण दिन राती होइयां वड्डियां सजण दिन राती होइयां वड्डियां सजण दिन राती होइयां वड्डियां राती होइयां वड्डियां सजण दिन राती होइयां वड्डियां सजण दिन मां से झड़े झड़ पिंजर होया मां से सजन बिन सजन बिन राती होया राजा जोगी मैं जुगियानी राजा जोगी मैं जुगियानी कमली कर कर सतियाँ सजन बिन राती होइया पटियाँ सजन बिन राती होइया पटियाँ सजन बिन राती होइया बटियाँ राती होइया बटियाँ राती होइया बटियाँ।
My master was withering away before my eyes, and there was nothing I could do. Madho had been gone for years, but my master's pain seemed to be as fresh and insistent as it had been the day he left for Kunwar Man Singh's army. My master poured out his anguish into his poetry. Every few weeks, his sorrow would be reborn as a new coffee, suffused with the pain of separation and often dwelling on death. Was he readying to leave us?
Maqbool. Yes, Papa.
There was no joy in my master's eyes as he handed me another letter. It was from Madho. From the holy city of Varanasi, he went to the city of Vrindavan, filled with temples, and one day he was enchanted by the singing of a woman, dancing very gracefully before an idol of Lord Krishna.
When she was done singing, she turned around, and much to my shock, I realized that it was not a woman at all. It was a man. I learned with time that his name was Ras Khan. He had been born a Muslim, but he spent his time writing songs about Lord Krishna and his beloved Radha. I did not realize it earlier, my master, but now I do. The reason I was so drawn to him is that he reminds me of you.
Madho started serving Ras Khan, begging that he be taken on as his disciple, but the old man would gently deflect his requests. Then Madho recounted what had happened a few days before he wrote the letter.
We returned from the temple of Srinathji, and Ras Khan started to recite a new song. My fingers pressed into my ears, his gentle flute I shall not heed. Let him play in man's stall, unbewitched I shall be free. But when his tune finds my ears, reason alas I know will flee. Mother dear, his gentle smile, it will not let me be.
Ma
beautiful words settled heavily on my heart. Radha had decided to shut her ears to her master's melodious flute, for she did not want to lose herself. But her resistance was futile, and even if the softest strains of her master's melody graced her ears, she would be enraptured. I began to weep, and the whole sorry tale of my desertion tumbled out. Ras Khan engulfed me in a warm embrace. "Now, Madho," he said, "do you understand why I did not take you as my murid?" I nodded. "I am coming home to you, my master."
Allah be praised.
My heart sank. My bitterness and jealousy flooded back as I beheld the joy on my master's face.
Allah be praised.
Songs of joy had returned to Shah Hussein's heart, and soon I would be forced to sing them.
Listen, son. Sing the coffee I wrote when the blessed letter had come. But it has to be Malhar Maqbool. No other rag will do.
The rains are here and joy abounds. The girl in celebration play. The boat is old, the river deep. My lord across it take me pray. Some without their husbands sad, weep and stagger in dismay. Says Hussain, this poor fakir, their false souls they will betray.
The monsoon had arrived, and heavy rain was falling. And the years passed. Nothing changed, and everything changed. My bitterness and jealousy remained unchanged. My master was now truly the king of fakirs, and it was clear to all that Madho was the prince. His coffees became weightier, and dread started to settle on my heart as I pondered his words. In haste, my father tied the knot. To prepare, no time is spent. Without a trousseau, oh, the shame, to my husband's home I'm sent. Piteously my mother weeps. This I hear my sister say. Azrael, angel of death, carry her, he will, away. Head you beat and hand you wring. Trickster, knave, deceiver, time. Says Hussain, this hermit poor, my friends, of parting, hear the chime. And just like that, he was gone.
Pull me on. Sheikh Madho awaits you.
Maqbool Madho. My new master, Madho. Of course, Maqbool is still just Maqbool. No grand titles for me. My master gave me a gift before he left. Madho needs you, he said, just as I needed you. He did not make me swear an oath of fidelity. He didn't have to. I have lived a life of obedience. He knew it was enough to say that. I would not leave. It was dark in the room, and a single lamp had been lit, and the draft that came in through the cracks in the door made the shadows lengthen and shorten. Something stirred in the recesses of my memory, and eerily, I felt like I was back in Burhampur.
Sit down, Maqbool. Maqbool, take off your khirka.
I wanted to resist, but I could not. I obediently did what I was told, as Madho took his own khirka off. He got off the floor and to his feet, and I followed his lead. Madho then walked right up to me and clasped me in an embrace. I heard a ringing in my ears that became louder and louder, until I felt like my chest was expanding, until it was as big as the room, and then the Dagar, and then all of Lahore. Larger still it became until I feel like it would burst.
Enough. Enough. I can't take it anymore.
And then, in an instant, I could feel the bitterness, the jealousy, and the pain accumulated over a lifetime leaving me. I felt lighter than air as I gazed at the blessed face of Madho Lal Hussain. Many years have passed. How many? I do for time does not exist in the world that I dwell in now. But do not think I am not busy, for I am the true custodian of the darbar of Madho Lal Hussain. Every day, throngs of villagers flock to the darbar of Madho Lal Hussain, and thousands gather to celebrate his sublime poetry by singing and dancing in ecstasy. The qawwals sing, and the faithful dance. The onlookers marvel at the beautiful singing and the joyous damal that the dancers seem to be directing with their soaring voices. They are all fools, for they know not that I am the one who is truly singing. And the damal, it will always be the sublime dance of Madho and Lal Hussain on that spring day, when their souls became one in a swirl of colors in a courtesan's courtyard.
माही 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 मोकनी कह